Have you ever told yourself, when I achieve X, then I'll be ready for Y? When I lose 10 pounds, I'll be ready to go to the gym. When I get 1,000 followers on Instagram, then I'll be ready to start reaching out to brands. When I finish this course, then I'm gonna be ready to start posting consistently on social media. It can feel really responsible because you are likely a high achiever and you want to ensure that everything you put out into the world is of the absolute highest quality. And I get it. I too love to live by a standard of excellence. But today, I want to offer you a totally different mindset around feeling ready. My name is Blakely Ramsey, and I'm the host of The Unforgettable Show. And we're going to spend a little time together over the next 20 minutes or so. We're going to talk about what readiness actually is and how it relates to you and your goals, and specifically how it relates to your happiness. We're going to define what ready even means. We're going to uncover the downsides of waiting until you feel ready. And we're going to uncover how, instead of waiting to feel ready, you can live every day of your life as a ready woman. First, let's define what the word ready even is, just so me and you are on the same page. You only have to use this definition for the next 20 minutes or so. After this episode, you can go use your own definition. But for now, ready simply means prepared and able to do something. Okay, so prepared and able to do something. That is our definition that we're latching onto for the next 30 minutes. Now, I think that something that's really important to point out here is that you can have a lot of big emotions and still be ready. You can be scared and still be ready. You can be anxious and still be ready. You can be unsure and still be ready. Being ready does not mean that all of the little pieces are lined up perfectly in a row. In fact, in my personal opinion, I think sometimes that the biggest opportunities in life are on the other side of taking action when you are a little scared or a little anxious or a little unsure. But a lot of people tell themselves that the reason that they haven't achieved what they want to achieve yet is because they aren't ready. It's an excuse, and it's an excuse that can feel really good. It's like a little Lola blanket that you can just cozy wrap yourself up in. And the cool thing about that excuse is that you even get to put a little bow of perfectionism on top. You're like, well, I'm a perfectionist. I just want everything that I put out into the world to be perfect. This excuse can feel really cozy because it allows you to say, oh, well, I could totally do that, but I'm not ready yet. Or I could totally do what they're doing. I could actually do it a little bit better, but I'm not ready yet. And when you use that language, you are talking about ready as if it's a destination, as if it's something that's over there. And you're like, okay, well, over here, I'm not ready. But when I get over there, then I'm going to be ready. Now, before we get into this new mindset, this new flavor of thinking that I'm going to challenge you with, I want to pause and caution you about the danger of waiting until you feel ready. Now, this can apply to a lot of different life scenarios, from posting on social media to starting a business to sending a text message. So this can apply across a spectrum of things. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about something that you're waiting to do until you feel ready. Something that you are currently waiting to do until you feel ready. And then I want you to see if any of the following applies to that scenario. Okay. Danger number one in waiting to feel ready is that waiting to feel ready can be really damaging to your self-trust and your self-confidence. If I learned anything in 2025, if you're new here, I had a crazy 2025. If I learned anything last year, in all the rooms, the masterminds, the investing, the launches, the challenges, it is that the most important thing that you can listen to, more than this podcast, more than a mentor, more than a coach, more than the news, is the voice inside of your head. That voice controls the majority of your thoughts, which controls your feelings, which controls your actions, which controls your results. And a lot of us are walking around with a voice that is just talking nonstop in our head, and we're never stopping to audit it. We're never stopping to question that little voice. We aren't even really aware of it at all. Now, this matters because when we are constantly telling ourselves, oh, I'm just going to wait until I feel ready, We are constantly reinforcing the fact that we are, in fact, not ready. Our subconscious brain is then going, okay, if I'm not ready, she's not ready, we're not ready. If an opportunity comes our way that could actually move our goal forward, our subconscious is going to go, oh, no. We're not ready for that yet. And so it's going to self-sabotage some sort of way. Have you ever had an opportunity that you felt like just barely slipped by? You're like, man, okay, I just barely missed that. Or someone else got an opportunity that you had been waiting for. You're like, how did that happen? Like, that is what I wanted. That is likely your subconscious just doing what you told it to do. You told it, hey, I'm not ready. And so your subconscious is like, okay, well, she's not ready. We've got to keep her safe. And your subconscious is constantly trying to prove you right. So if you say, well, I'm not ready, then it's going to say, okay, we're not ready. We can't jump on opportunities. We can't say yes to things that are going to move our goal forward. It puts you in a constant state of waiting. And then you often blame yourself and you're like, well, I'm just someone who is a procrastinator. I just procrastinate everything. But procrastination is often not the root. It's just a symptom of our subconscious doing exactly what we told it to do. And we told it that we aren't ready. So that's why that little voice in your head is so important. And when you constantly go, well, I have to wait until I have to wait until I'm ready, then you're telling it, I'm not ready right now. So that is danger number one. So important. Danger number two, when you tell yourself, I will wait until I feel ready, you brainwash yourself into thinking that being ready is a destination versus a way of being. And I can promise you, no matter what it is, there will always be something else that you can do. There's always going to be another book to read, another course to take, another piece of equipment to buy. Trust me when I say that I totally understand this. I hold myself to a very high standard, but if I waited until I felt ready, if I waited until all the puzzle pieces were perfectly together in place before I acted on my goals, I would still be in bed right now at this very moment. Like, I cannot and could not do half of the things I do if I waited until I felt ready to do the things. Constantly searching for the ready destination out there in the horizon, it's going to have you searching forever because there's always going to be something else that you can do. Danger number three is you give away all of your power. When you wait to feel ready, you become a slave to your emotions and you become a slave to external circumstances. So you have to wait for motivation. You go, okay, when I feel motivated, then I'm going to know I'm ready. When I feel calm, then I'm going to know I'm ready. When I feel excited, then I'm going to know I'm ready. Or you're waiting for external circumstances. So you go, oh, when the economy is better, then I'm going to be ready. When my favorite candidate is in office, I'm going to be ready. When grocery prices are better, when there's not as much competition, when prices go down, all these things, external circumstances that you can't control, then I'm going to feel ready. Now that you know the dangers, I want to offer you a new mindset, a new way of thinking that is going to put you in control. Now, caution, this is going to be challenging when you put this into practice because it can feel really exciting to hear, okay, you're in control. You have the power. You're like, yes. It feels good to say out loud, right? Like, yeah, I'm finally in control. It's about dang time. But when you actually start to act on it and you realize that you are in control, it can be really overwhelming because all of your comfort excuses become irrelevant. If you succeed, it's on you and you're pumped and you're excited. But if you fail, it's also on you. And so it can be really hard. It can be a lot of pressure. But I want you to lean into that pressure, okay? Being aware that this is what is coming, that should help you get so excited for it. You're like, yes, I want to feel that pressure. I want to fail because I know on the other side of the pressure and the other side of the failure is everything that I've ever wanted, okay? Now, the good news is you will feel ready today. Like likely in the next 30 minutes, you will be ready. It's magic. From here on out, I want you to think of feeling ready and being ready and a state of readiness like girl math, okay? For me, I love makeup. I love primer. I love setting spray, eyeliner, bronzer, all of it. It feels good to me. It makes me feel hot, okay? However, I'm a busy girl. I film a lot of content. I am in my content era of life. I have a lot of activities. I have a lot of Zoom calls. I have a lot of face-to-face meetings. A lot of them are last minute. And if I told myself, oh, I don't have makeup on, so I can't film that content. Oh, I don't have makeup on, so I can't hop on that Zoom call, I would miss so many opportunities in life. I make a lot of money off of filming and creating and posting content and getting on Zoom calls. So I quite literally cannot afford to wait for the destination of being ready with a full face of makeup on. I can't say, oh, well, I can only create content when I'm over there with my makeup on when I'm ready. So I can't do it today. Sorry. No, I don't have time for that. So what do? I live in a state of readiness. I live in a state of external readiness. I get my eyebrows tattooed on. I invest in skincare and Botox. It's not perfect, no. I would still love to have my makeup on, but it does allow me to stay ready. I have built a foundation of external readiness. Now, you don't have to do any of this. This is an example so you can mentally see like, oh, that's a state of readiness. And you can do that for your brain, for your mindset. You can get your eyebrows tattooed on for your thoughts and your mental syntax, okay? This is going to allow you to live a life of abundance. And it's going to allow you to be one of those people that just seems to have luck on their side. They just always seem to be in the right place at the right time, and opportunities seem to just come to them. You might be picturing someone right now where you're like, yes, she always seems to be in the right place at the right time. She seems so gosh darn lucky. I just don't know how things just keep happening for her. And I don't like to guarantee things, but I can almost guarantee you that they have internal readiness on their side. Seneca says that luck happens when preparation meets opportunity. And honestly, I could not agree with that more. I consider myself a very lucky person. I have extremely lucky things happen to me all the time. But the reason that I always have lucky circumstances is because I am always mentally prepared, always. And because I live a prepared life, when opportunity comes knocking on the door, you best believe I open it and I say, come on in, baby. You want a latte? You want a Diet Dr. Pepper? You want some water? Let's go. Now, how can you stay ready for opportunity? You know this is not a passive show. I'm always giving actionable, tangible tips. And yes, I do highly recommend getting your eyebrows tattooed on because it'll just make you feel so hot. But I'm going to give you 3 things that you can do today that will help you become mentally ready. I told you, 30 minutes, you're going to feel ready, and I did not lie. Okay, number 1 is practice like you are getting ready for the Super Bowl every single day. Way too often we think, oh, it's just Monday. Oh, I'm just an assistant. Oh, I only have 100 followers on Instagram, so it doesn't really matter what I post. But if you show up every single day and practice like what you're doing is the most important thing that you will ever do in your life, you will always be ready. Practice like it is your Super Bowl. Practice like it is your Eras tour. If you stay diligent, you will be ready. I'm looking at my whiteboard right now, and this is a whiteboard I see every time I walk in my office. And at the very top, it says, treat every day like it is the biggest thing ever. And now that I'm looking at that, that's not the best grammar, but the point is there, is that everything that I do, every day, every hour, every action, every minute, every word is the most important thing that I will ever do in my whole entire life. And if you live like that, you will constantly be ready. Now, it might not always feel good. You might be like, man, I'm like wasting time. I could just kind of slack off. Nobody's really watching right now. It's a holiday. It's a Monday. It's raining. But I promise you, if you show up every single day, like it is the day, the game, the show, opportunity will have no other choice but to find you. Okay, number 2, keep a laser sharp vision in mind. If someone asks you, what is your goal? You should have specifics. You should have numbers, stats, facts. Like if you ask me right now, Blakely, what's your goal for 2026? My goal for 2026 is to have 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. As of the time of this recording, I have 74. But because my goal is so specific, everything in my life is supporting that goal. And come hell or high water, I will get 500,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of 2026. Externally, am I ready? Not really. I'm not a pro at recording. I'm not a pro at editing. I don't understand the YouTube algorithm at all. But I have such a clear, sharp visual of what I want that every single day the world is bending in my favor. The world is like, okay, I'm not really sure what this girl's doing over here, but she must be ready because she has her eye on the goal. And I swear to you, I am like experiencing so many lucky situations and lucky external circumstances that the goal is just waiting for me to reach out and take it. And that leads us to the third thing and the most important thing. This is the most important thing that you can do, is to stop improving on where you are and start living from where you want to be. So instead of saying, okay, I want to be someone who posts on social media every day, say that's your goal. Instead of saying, okay, right now I'm posting one time per week and I really want to post every day. So I'm going to start posting twice a week. And then I'm just going to slowly improve over time. So I'm just going to improve what I'm currently already doing. No, improvement is slow. Improvement is painful. And improvement makes the distance from where you are to where you want to be seem like so far away. You're at the very bottom of the hill and your goal is at the very top of the hill. And you're like, man, I've got a lot of improving to do to get up there. Okay. And something else is that it doesn't shift your internal dialogue at the same time, which is so important. We talked about that little voice in your head. However, if you act from the future, if you say, okay, I desire to be someone who posts every day on social media. If I were someone who did that, what would I do? What would I do this week? What would I do today? What would I do this hour? What would I do this minute? Reaching forward and pulling the future towards you instead of constantly trying to make the present better, it's going to be such a game changer and you're going to start achieving your goals like that. Instead of putting all this effort and hustle, your whole way of being just starts to shift. You're going to start to identify as your future self. You're going to be like, I'm just someone who posts on social media every day. That's just what I do. Like right now, I'm like, I'm someone who has 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's just like the life that I live. I don't know anything else because I have 500,000 subscribers already. You start to act from that future version of yourself, the future you. That is how you truly start to live as a ready woman. So that way, if someone walks up to you and offers you this amazing opportunity that would collapse all of your timelines and crush all your goals, you don't have to go, okay, well, am I improved enough to act on this opportunity yet? Am I improved enough to act on this and to be that person? I don't know. You don't have to ask that. You will already be in action. You'll be in the momentum of embodying that future that you desire. And you'll be like, of course this is happening. This is inevitable. I already have 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, so of course this is happening for me. That's just who I am. Okay, so to summarize, number 1, practice like you were playing in the Super Bowl every single day. Number 2, keep a laser sharp vision in your mind every day of your future. And number 3, transform, don't improve. If you practice these 3 things, if you embody this mindset shift, you will be prepared and able to do something. Remember, that was our definition. Ready is prepared and able to do something. You will be lucky. You will be presented with more opportunities than you even knew were possible. Like, that's what I want for you, is for your only problem to be, I have so many opportunities that I can't decide which ones to act on right now. Like, truly, that's what I want for you. So if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe. There's more where this came from. I'm working on some amazing episodes. I have some amazing guests coming up. 2026 is going to be a good year for the Unforgettable Show. I want you to drop in the comments all your takeaways, and of course, share this with a friend if you think they could benefit from this new mindset shift. And today, I want you to live the rest of your day as the woman who is already ready. Okay? I will see you in the next episode.